Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to your early December reading. Time's flying, but not that fast. And I have Bandit here with me, who I've brought from home over the Thanksgiving holiday. Aww. And so he'll be in the videos here this time around. Just a quick announcement: the mid-December readings are available for purchase via the link below. Bandit, please don't cry. What's wrong, Bandit? No, please don't cry. And as of yet, once this video goes live, so feel free, the same protocol as last few months have been. And thank you all so very much for your patience with these readings. I appreciate that, and for all of your dear support. As you know, the protocol that I've been working with for the mid-December and mid-month readings lately help me to continue with them. So thank you so much again for your support. And nonetheless, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me, alchemyu@gmail.com. Okay, love and light to you all, and let's get to the December readings. Bye. Hi there, Libra. Thank you so much for your patience with this reading. It's your early December reading. Of course, energy is fluid though, so it may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. I have Bandit in the back here with me, so if you hear some snorting and sniffing, it's him. All right, Libra. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing for you picking and choosing. Okay, and I'm hearing saddle range. There's something here I'm getting that you will be deciding on, and there are alternatives specifically for a number of you. I'm feeling two major options, two alternatives that you are trying to understand with greater insight and clarity, okay, where you stand in relation to them both. And they both may be relevant in a certain way. Okay, this energy was coming through for another sign. Was it Libra in the past few readings? Perhaps Taurus, okay. Well, I'm feeling there's a decision. Nonetheless, Libra, I'm getting that at the same time, in a certain way, it's not necessarily either or. In a certain way, both alternatives, even if you are to choose one, okay, they are going to be, I'm hearing they're interrelated. They're going to be Father of Wands in reverse here, right beneath the top right-hand card. I haven't flipped these three over yet, and I don't know if you can catch that here, but let's see. Okay. 3 cards up here in the apex. I'm getting that they are interrelated in some kind of way. They are to, I'm hearing, communicate and connect. I'm hearing dock, all right? So it's almost as if there are 2 values that you are working to understand more deeply I'm hearing in an isolated way, in an isolated fashion, where you understand them as the independent variables that they may be in a certain way. But the question is, what's the direction with them both? Okay, and that is the sort of clarity that I'm getting you desire to come to. You have the 5 of Wands upright, overlaying the Daughter of Swords in reverse. It is a matter of exploration of the many options, okay? And it requires of you to keep a very open mind, Libra. I'm hearing Sagittarius here as I zero in on this Daughter of Swords. Exploration is the key, okay? I'm hearing to the assets, and you have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, right beneath the center card here that I haven't flipped over yet. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. It is perhaps a question of finances, of assets, of creative abilities, talents, gifts. I'm hearing that specifically. And I'm hearing making the most of them, understanding how all of the directions that we move through creatively in life are to sort of cross paths in a certain way. Beautiful. You have the star here that just popped out as I said that, with the World upright in your theme. Now let's flip all these cards over and see what has come through. Okay. Nine of Pentacles in the smack dab middle, exactly perpendicular to the Four of Pentacles. Okay, focus on assets here, career, finances, materialization of a certain goal, a certain objective. I'm hearing an elongated process. I'm hearing procedure for a number of you as well. You have, take it as you will, can be meant in a number of ways, of course. The Death card here. As I'm feeling it though, transformation, okay? Death mirroring, this is Scorpio's card in the Major Arcana, by the way, for those of you who may not be familiar, is, I'm hearing, relaying a certain message to, okay, the proposition for a creative direction. This is for a number of you. Father of Wands, a fire, I'm hearing fire-footed goat. Okay, so the Capricorn archetype may be involved in a certain way, or a reference to finances, career, and the action that we take with that now. And I'm hearing in a very personal way. So again, what is your very personal creative direction? I'm hearing the stamp that you place on the work that you produce is a certain focus here. And it's not just on the assets. I'm getting, yes, assets are valid, I'm hearing, are relevant in a certain way, but are not the focus, not the impending focus. The question is the directionality that is moved in by way of the harnessing of the creative objective, the creative direction. What is the dream? What is the seed of the dream that you hold? The reason for, I'm hearing displacement even, the reason for having embarked upon this path and journey to discover what it is that speaks to us so deeply, that reminds us that we are creators of our domain, and what is the role that we feel we are to take on to capacitate in a certain way. It is the shaping and the melding of that frame. Okay, I'm hearing portal, and I'm hearing portrait. How is it? I'm hearing legacy, that you want to be remembered. I'm hearing that for a number of you. So as it pertains to creative expansion, I'm hearing exploration as well. I'm hearing sort of the discovering of creative talents as they are to be channeled in a certain way per your, I'm hearing heart's desire. Okay, so your feelings, your excitement even, serving as a sort of barometer for, I'm hearing, the challenge of growth. What it is that we feel drives us to a certain limit, to reach a certain threshold of our potential. Your guiding force is the navigation of the dream and your feeling. It's almost like, it's like this, Libra, I'm getting that it's almost as if you're moving through, you're meandering, I'm hearing beyond realms, okay? I'm hearing of what matter, beyond anything you've ever worked with even. And it's a test of recognition, almost the reverberation, the rebounding of your feeling of what it is that you expect in a certain way, the standard that you uphold. I was getting somewhat of a similar energy for Scorpio in the early December reading. Okay, so you may want to watch a video, and you do have Scorpio's card right here on the left-hand side of your spread. But the expression, okay, that is a feeling, that is an emotion, the embodiment of that, I'm hearing the showcasing of that, serves as almost like an echolocation of sorts. And I'm seeing you moving through this sort of forest, okay, and it's almost like you're finding your way, but you understand that it's not a matter of finding the way, a way, that perhaps you are, I'm hearing lost in translation, trying to understand what is it. You understand it's a path of discovery, and that in every moment you are creating the path to discover yourself. I'm hearing more deeply. Okay, but it's a matter yet again of that sort of reverberation, and it's this almost testing, this matching. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna turn. I'm seeing you turning your head to the right, and it's almost as if the glance, the energetic. I'm hearing form that you take on serves as a sort of, yet again, the barometer. It's like, I'm going to see how I feel when I look in this direction. Okay, I'm feeling that that's not the direction that I want to move in. And then you turn and, oh yes, this is the direction I want to move in. And it's that sort of, it's just the shape-shifting of modality that is an expansive form of finding our way. I'm hearing through the darkness, through what is inherently a mysterious process. I'm hearing context, and it's like sort of like maze work. Okay, Sagittarius got a similar energy as well here. You have the 10 of Cups upright, the Father of Pentacles upright. This may be Capricorn energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm hearing sunshine. Okay, so whatever that may mean to a number of you, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, peeking right behind, out from this Father of Pentacles. You then have, and I'm hearing creative assets. You have here the Empress, the card of Aries, typically assigned to Aries. In the Major Arcana, the number 3, speaking of manifestation creation, right at the apex of your reading. There's a focus on manifestation. I'm hearing gold. I'm hearing pots of gold. Understanding what our certain prerogative is, why we feel compelled to close out a certain chapter and to seek beyond the realms that have at one point given us a certain sense of satisfaction. Okay, it is coming into the knowingness that there's much more that lies beyond the realm of me. It is the point at which I recognize that I am I'm hearing ever transforming. I'm in an ever transforming. I'm hearing both period and position of self-discovery. I'm hearing anomaly that sets me apart from the rest. My openness to discover, yet again, who I want to become. I'm hearing embers of light. What it is that I realize I want to share with the world. Okay, that is my objective. That is my focal point now. You have here the Daughter of Wands upright, the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, you long gone, long done, so to speak, with an emotional past that has been a certain form of stagnant feeling. Okay, where the emotions were present, I'm getting the emotions were present, and this may be as it pertains to a sort of history, a past sort of means of channeling our creative intentions and desires. I'm getting that the fire energy is growing for you. I'm hearing Sagittarius, Libra, and I'm hearing Aries as well. And I'm getting strongly that the more momentum, the more focus that's laid on the creative exploration, I'm hearing the creative drive, overdrive, really seeking out all the possibilities, all the options, will serve to transmute, okay, and replace this, I'm hearing historical, this past sort of emotional stagnancy, standstill, where we remained in a state of wondering. I'm hearing wondering how and when we would be channeling our creativity in the ways that we feel will bring us a sense of emotional satisfaction. Okay, now I'm hearing set above the rest. There is a desire, Libra, I'm hearing Scorpio for you here. You have the Two of Cups right at the left-hand corner of your reading, the apex right here, right beneath Amethyst and Peacock Ore. There is perhaps a desire to partner up. Okay, absolutely. You may feel that partnership, I'm hearing, may form a certain cornerstone or maybe a certain facet of the work that you feel compelled to seek out, if it is in regards to career, finances, and or perhaps a change in family life, home life. Out pops the moon. This is Scorpio / Cancer, the way that I feel it and typically assign it by way of how I'm feeling it. Scorpio and Cancer energy that comes through here. The question is, what kind of partnership? Okay, and if it's a contemplation of creative resources, of assets, it's a question of who plays what sort of role. Okay, now, but I'm hearing very clearly that partnership is of relevance to you here, even if it is in terms of career finances. Now, I'm hearing the more the merrier. You have this Nine of Wands in reverse, right? It was upside down, right perpendicular to this very thick stack here, faced by the Eight of Swords 8, 9, a sequence here, overlaying the 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands again coming through, the 9 of Cups, the Father of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. Okay, there's a process of understanding more deeply what it is that compels us, okay, to feel excited about what it is that we create. And it's the rekindling, the remembering of a certain dream, the harnessing of the creative assets to capacitate it. That is the focus here. But it's testing your ability to see and to reflect, and I'm hearing, and to receive and perceive the feeling amidst perhaps the chaos of the many thoughts. I'm hearing the projections of the intellectual mind upon what it is that we otherwise inherently know, we feel intuitively. Okay, so again, it's that feeling of sort of meandering through the forest, that sort of echolocation here. You have a stack faced by Ace of Cups. Beautiful, right over the Father of Cups. You may be dealing with an individual with a lot of fire in their chart, Sagittarius, Leo. I'm also hearing Scorpio and Cancer for you very strongly. You did pull the Father of Cups. Nonetheless, also Aries. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles again coming through right beneath the Father of Wands, creative assets that may be a focus for you. The 3 of Cups horizontally laid right beneath the 4 of Pentacles. 3, 4, the Fool right beneath the 3 of Cups. There's a focus here on a new beginning. Absolutely. I'm hearing emotionally charged and creatively charged at the very same time in tandem. So it's not only an emotional new beginning, it's not only a creative direction that's taken on in terms perhaps of career finances, but both. I'm getting that they're synergistic, very much so. There's a focus on community and the assets that are harnessed, that are harbored by way of communal efforts. All right. Now, but there may be a certain creative direction or lead by way of your own doing. Okay, I'm hearing by way of as well your own acting, by way of I'm also hearing your own professing, and or there may be another individual who is sort of in charge of the creative direction and lead. Now, you have here a duo though. I just slid the stack to the side and it's split with the Mother of Wands here, right over the Lover's Gemini's card, right over the Hanged Man, right over the Devil here. Okay, at the very base, Capricorn, Pisces, Gemini, the 3 major arcana and their archetypal associations. Now, you have, again, this duo, the pair of the Father of Wands and the Mother of Wands. There may be a partnership absolutely here, and it may be a crossover between love, relationship, I'm hearing art, harmony, beauty, and I'm hearing professionalism. Okay, there's a certain decision, though, as it pertains to the creative work, the dynamic of the partnership, as it pertains to this crossover between, I'm hearing love, finances, okay, and if it's not a partnership, it may be your very own propensities, your masculine, your feminine sort of propensities, that which is resembling the sort of yin and the yang. We all have those 2 propensities, that introspective and that expressive nature. Now, I'm hearing charge. You have here the Judgment card in a horizontal fashion, right over the Hierophant. And there's a bit of a question here. Okay, and as it pertains to the directionality, if you're working with a Taurus, Libra, it's almost as if there's an underpinning of understanding. Yes, that is, I'm hearing structural, ergonomic, I'm hearing financial, but there's something about, I'm hearing backbone. It's supportive in a certain way. There's a certain formalized understanding of how this partnership is contributing to bring forth a certain directionality of a venture or creative direction. But there's a need to understand more deeply exactly what capacity, I'm hearing single-handedly, this individual possesses, harnesses. And it's almost like, okay, I know you in the workplace, but I want to understand exactly who you are as I'm hearing as an unprofessional. I'm hearing unprofessional specifically. So so again, if this is someone who you're working with formally, and again, someone with a lot of Taurus in their chart, who is perhaps related to a financiary, somehow bound, I'm hearing legally, to a financiary, perhaps. Of course, general reading, so it may resonate differently for everyone. Keep that in mind. But however it resonates with you, Libra, there is a desire to understand exactly the role that this individual plays outside of the workplace as well. Okay, now you have the Four of Wands upright, mirroring the Hierophant, with the Four of Cups right beneath the Four of Wands, with the Sun in reverse, right beneath the Four of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Wands right beneath the Sun in reverse, both in reverse. There is a focus here on, I'm hearing, exclusivity, on communication, on I'm hearing the exacerbation of assets. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you, but specifically in an emotional way. It's an emotional test here that I'm hearing that is I'm hearing at play, and I'm also hearing at stake. So, where work and play overlap in a certain way, the focus is on understanding the merging point in a way of understanding the very fundamentalism of who is involved. Okay, now in a very personal way, there's a desire to understand very personally who and what it is that you are working with, engaging it with. I'm hearing elimination. Okay, there's something about, I'm hearing elimination round. Okay, there's something perhaps this may be funding for a number of you. Okay. And for a number of you, there may be a conversation ongoing between an individual with or a financiary with a lot of, I'm hearing creative stakehold. Okay, stakehold. Father of Pentacles, someone with a lot of I'm backing assets, who is in conversation with perhaps Taurus. Okay, there is a conversation ongoing yet again, and there is, okay, disclosure. That is what I'm getting very strongly here. Disclosure, as it pertains to, there's a desire to understand what exactly is happening behind closed doors. Okay, I'm hearing beneath the surface. I'm hearing beneath the limelight. Now you have the Two of Wands upright, Two of Swords upright, the Five of Pentacles upright, the Tower upright, the Ace of Swords in reverse. You got two aces so far, three aces actually, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, there is, I'm hearing a coming out of a disclosure. There's a desire for understanding more deeply what it is that we are fundamentally interested in. And that includes other parties, whoever is involved. So you want to get to it, okay, Libra. You want to understand, even if that understanding changes a few terms, changes a few things. But the point at which things become clear, the point at which you understand the crux of the matter, okay, and the point at which it's communicated in a very clear way. I'm hearing perhaps where the terms are reestablished, relayed, reconfigured. Comes I'm hearing the foundry. Okay, comes by way of the foundry. Now let us pull all the cards here. Okay, excuse me, Libra, losing my voice. There are Two of Swords here. Right, was almost right. I mentioned Two of Wands. Okay, there's sort of crossover between the thinking, the propensity to think through something, and the propensity to take the action in the direction that is then clear. There's something here, Two of Wands right beneath the Two of Swords, in the energetic pathway that leads into your final outcome of the Seven of Swords in reverse. there is a certain contemplation, and I'm hearing specifically creative assets and resources. That is the focus. Before a decision is made, the focus is on understanding esoterically, fundamentally, what it is that is at the very heart of the matter that holds importance for everyone involved. Yet again, for everyone involved, if you're working with others. If it's a personal thing, to understand deeply, deeply, deeply what it is that compels us to make the changes that we seek to make in our creative I'm hearing formalizations, how it is that we take what is a passion, a hobby, what is otherwise, I'm hearing a fleeting moment of feeling, I'm hearing fun, and channeling it in such a way that is even lucrative, that is to transmute, to change, to redefine the threshold of how it is that we find meaning in what it is that we do. Okay, and specifically as it pertains to career, finances, and assets, there's a reorientation of how it is that we, I'm hearing, channel the medium of language. I'm hearing for a number of you, so language may be a focus here, communication may be a focus, but how it is that we, I'm hearing, challenge and channel, okay, I'm hearing mediumship for a number of you. Okay, so this may be a spiritual sort of direction, calling. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, so perhaps something about communication, but on levels that are unspoken. Now, okay, you have here the Ten of Cups upright in the deep past, the Son of Swords upright in the recent past, the Father of Cups again coming through upright in the energetic pathway that leads you into your current state of the Four of Swords upright. Your advice is the Temperance card, accompanied by the Son of Swords, Son of Pentacles in reverse, but you've got two suns sandwiching the Four of Swords. Okay, so we'll heed that, and these two wanted to come out together. Temperance is Sagittarius's card. You then have the Ten of Pentacles upright. I believe it was Aries that pulled the Ten of Pentacles in the same position, near future, accompanied by the Ace of Cups. And you do have the Father of Wands, which may be speaking of an individual with Aries in their chart, and the Ace of Cups overlaying this Father of Wands. So you may want to watch that video of Aries if you feel that there may be some crossover there. The Strength card in reverse, Leo's card in the Major Arcana, in your hopes and or fears. Okay, the Seven of Wands in reverse in the final outcome, the Three of Wands in reverse in the environment, and the Two of Wands in reverse in the energetic pathway that you lead out with into the final outcome of the Seven of Wands in reverse. You're taking your time, okay, Libra, you're taking your time to understand the very core of what it is that you're working with. I'm hearing meddled, what it is that has been the crux of the certain matter that you feel, how do I transmute this? How do I transmute what has been unsatisfactory in a physical, tangible, literal, perhaps even an emotional way? And I understand that it's by way of my creativity and understanding how it is that until this point I have channeled my creative gifts and talents, how it is that I have, I'm hearing, professed my fashion, given my, I'm hearing form of expression, its own code. And I'm hearing ley lines. So for a number of you, this may be spiritual, okay, a certain, I'm hearing dynamic and discourse. I'm also hearing dichotomy that may be taking place. Again, you've got the Two of Cups that had come through, perhaps a focus on partnership. Now, I'm hearing Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio at the same time for you, a focus on the water element perhaps, and you have the Ten of Cups upright in the deep past. Let me tune in for you, Libra. I'm hearing Cancer, Scorpio with the Father of Cups here who looks over the Three of Wands in reverse. There is a new beginning that you realize you're not moving into, but that not only that you're moving into, but that you are creating. above and beyond all. It's a matter of your imagination, but there's this feeling of not a performance anxiety, but a desire, and you're like, I want to understand it completely. I want to feel what I understand intellectually, rationally, and I want to feel for the desire to begin again in a certain way. I want to be inspired to lay the groundwork for this new beginning. I'm hearing this creative venture. I'm hearing outcast. I want to understand what sets me apart, what sets my work apart, what sets my vision apart. And your emotional propensity, your emotional I'm hearing receptivity, awareness, cognizance is an asset here. I'm hearing is a beneficiary, and I'm getting that if there's an individual who you are very connected to spiritually as you feel it, so to speak, someone with a lot of water in their chart, perhaps in a connection that transcends boundaries of time and space. This is a certain form of support, of guidance. I'm hearing fiduciary, I'm hearing financiary as well. There is a crossover yet again between what is sort of pragmatic and practical and what is visionary. Okay, vision seeking as well I'm getting. So again, the focus being on the discovery process. Now, you're being driven to come to a point of decision making. You are taking your time though with how it is that you professionalize what it is that you come to, I'm hearing an esoteric understanding, what it is that you understand as a direction you are waiting to implement. And that may be a well-heated direction here if it's something that you're launching, Libra, that is sort of a brand new project, given that we are in Mercury retrograde currently as of yesterday, and just into the 20th or so of December. We do have a post-shadow period, I believe, moving into January. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. I have to check that when I get off the reading, but Mercury retrograde, for those of you who may not be familiar, is a time of review, okay, of the past, of what perhaps we have already opened a dialogue for, a discourse of, specifically communication. Sorry, Libra, one moment we were saying that. Mercury retrograde is a beautiful time for review, okay, of things that have already been started in a certain way in the past, from the past. Now, given that Mercury retrograde can oftentimes signal a sort of cleansing period even. I'm getting that specifically here for you, of what has been unresolved from the past, perhaps past strategic work, past written work. It's a beautiful time yet again for review. But in terms of starting something new, perhaps it's generally known to perhaps not be the best time to start something that's absolutely fresh, okay, as there may be some sort of mishaps in communication and strategic relaying, okay, of information. So just a note there, if you are taking time to really formalize, I'm here specifically formalize the direction that you're taking on that is creative, right, working strategically with that is a focus. I'm seeing as a focus, and may be absolutely conducive. But in terms of implementing whatever it is that you come to strategically, it may behoove you to wait on that. Always heed your personal intuition, though. Okay, always heed your personal intuition. Now, you have here a focus on the vision and taking the time to understand the vision in such a way where it is self-reflective, where you are, it's an exercise of the mind and the mind's eye. How these two ways of perceiving strategic orientation of the capacitation of your dreams is relevant. How the mind plays a certain role, yes, okay, the logistics I'm hearing, the facts and the figures, but at the same time, how the creative lead is of utmost importance at the same time, if not preceding the, I'm hearing the the boundaries of the work, the shape that our vision takes on in a certain way. I'm hearing legally as well. So if you are sort of exploring the legal realm of what it is that you may be seeking to put into action, the focus for you, as I'm getting it, is on, first and foremost, understanding the fundamentals of the vision, okay, and understanding, yet again, how it is very, very, very personal to you, how it's unique to you, okay, and then moving from there to explore the legal implications, the financial implications of what it is that you realize is the nucleus of what you are bringing into manifestation and fruition in a certain way. And I'm seeing that there is preparation here that that you come to in terms of the financial preparation in a certain way for whatever it is that you are in a certain way marinating, okay, for I'm hearing expenditure. So if you're preparing to spend the funds to prepare for a certain venture, I'm getting that you may be coming to a point of understanding the direction that and what may be necessary to take this creative lead on, this creative direction in and on. You have temperance though up here in your advice, Libra, right over the Son of Pentacles in reverse. You are being beckoned to take your time with it. Okay, whatever it is that you seek to implement, laying particular focus on understanding, even I'm hearing esoterically, and I'm hearing knowledge bent, having a certain edge, a certain bent in terms of I'm hearing systems working, systems knowledge, I'm hearing the infrastructure, understanding the industry, the context that you're creating within, that you're seeking to further I'm hearing gain experience in. It may behoove you to learn, okay, to seek out information about what it is that you feel may be the best and most conducive grounds for the venture that you're taking on in a certain way. Okay, now, Libra. There's a desire to, I'm hearing, find your footing as you go along. And it's this explorative sort of energy where it's like, I don't want to be definitive with things. I don't want to, measure or mark off my, the creative possibilities. I'm hearing whirlpool, pool of assets. I don't want to limit myself to just one creative modality direction. I want to make use of whatever it is that I feel can best serve me at any given point in time. And there's a desire to remain open to that process of discovery. Absolutely. And how it is that you move through that process is a test of focus on the connection that you hold. I'm hearing it again esoterically. I'm hearing fiduciary again for you, Libra, so whatever that may mean to you. But I'm also hearing, okay, financially, what it is that we feel in every given moment. So almost like the feeling that we hold for the work that we do, being the sort of initiation, the point of initiation that stimulates our imagination to envision even further, to bring into utilization the form and the modality that we want to take on, the medium that we want to take on, to bring into form what it is that we feel we want to create. So again, it's that sort of feeling of echolocation, Libra, the feelings being the barometer for direction in terms of how it is you take a certain creative lead. And I'm getting that you do take a certain creative lead, or there's another individual who may, someone with a lot of fire in their chart, and again, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But it's in such a way where it's almost subdued. It's unobvious. It's I'm hearing happening in layers. It's a process of discovery, and ultimately, there is a certain sustenance that goes into the process of creative revelation. I'm also hearing self-revelation, self-discovery, and the challenge is how we acknowledge, recognize, remember frequentially what our motive is through the whole process. Okay, and meditation may be a focus here. You have the Hermit Virgo's card in the Major Arcana right beneath the world. You may be taking the time to, and it may behoove you to take the time to really meditate on perhaps I'm hearing contemplate the assets. I'm hearing rebound, a venture. I'm hearing of what it is that this new world that you feel you're creating, that you feel you're stepping into, that you feel you're contributing to and creating, means for you on so many levels. Okay, so thank you so very much for tuning in, Libra. I hope this reading was helpful for you. And I'm going to mention as well that there is a certain energetic preparation here and perhaps emotional preparation that may be absolutely a focus. And you have Death in reverse right beneath Scorpio's card again, right beneath the Eight of Cups upright, the Hermit upright, and the World upright. There is, again, a certain vision, a certain objective. And it's almost as if, right, there is this period of, I'm hearing gatekeeping, of understanding what it is that you are moving into this new experience, a new beginning with, emotionally, energetically, perhaps spiritually. I'm also hearing formally, okay, professionally, how it is that we are shaping, I'm hearing in ourselves into this role that we may be taking on as the creator of what we're creating. Okay, there being a focus on self-perception, okay, and how it is that we view our creative desires. Thank you so very much again, Libra, for tuning in, and have a beautiful early December. I highly recommend you check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know I resonate a lot with my moon sign, which is Sagittarius, perhaps sometimes even more than my sun sign. I do resonate also with my rising, ascendant sign here and there, which is Scorpio, and my sun is Pisces, for those of you who may not yet know my placements there. But nonetheless, Libra, if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. Just note, though, that you do need your quasi-exact birth time to get an accurate ascendant, rising configuration, okay? You can probably get your moon sign, accurate moon sign, with a ballpark range of your birth time, perhaps even just your birth date, if you were born on a day where the moon sign was not changing. So, okay, play around with it a bit, see what you get. I'm also going to mention here that Venus may play a role in partnerships and specifically finances, career, hobbies, and the like. Of course, always depending on the chart, but you can feel free to compute that via the same link below as well to get your Venus sign. All right, love and light to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back with your mid-December reading soon. Notes on those preceding this video, and thank you all so very much again for your dear support. And love and light to you on this journey forward. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your December readings. Quick announcements here just as we close out. As a reminder for those of you, the mid-month readings are going to be the same sort of protocol as the last few months have been, October and November. So as of yet, once this video goes live, you should see that on the website, the mid-December readings are available then for purchase. Okay, so the link is in the bio description box below. You can just click that, or you can go to alchemyinu.com and find it there. There should be a banner at the top of the website, and that will take you to purchase the signs of your choosing. All right. Thank you all so very much again for your support. I appreciate that. And for those of you who purchase, okay, the mid-month readings, note that they will be released to you via email, the email that is associated with your PayPal address on the 11th, okay, Monday, December 11th. Of course, this is going to be EST time. Okay, so it may permeate in time for a number of you. But if you've got any questions, if you don't receive it, I have a chat box link on the website, Alchemy and You. You can click that and chat me directly for any technical questions and the like. Okay. Also, please check your spam box because sometimes the emails go there. And a few viewers mentioned that they went to their spam at the last round of the mid-month reading. So thank you so much again, all of you, for your support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.